Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great privilege and pleasure continuing our discussion on the pragmatic leadership. So, we have been discussing the third chapter, which is essentially dealing with can we change our personality at our will. This is an interesting topic for everybody, that why do we need to change our personality and what is our personality is all about before we could get on to the discussion of how to alter our personality. I think we have discussed enough on this context of personality before, but nevertheless, before we get on to the personal leadership, which is going to be the topic of interest, before we start discussing the topic of personal leadership, it is very important to understand what you really mean by personality and what effect a personality has got in the context of leadership. Because when you look at the spectrum of human beings, you find there is a subtle difference between one human being and another human being, which we have discussed at length in the previous sessions. But we have not gone into the details of what is the elements of the personality. Anything, if you don't dissect in detail, we may not be able to address them independently. And it's also very important to appreciate that for you to lead other people, essentially the manifestation of your personality is what others generally see in you. So that means it is extremely important to address this subject of personality, which is ultimately manifesting the behaviors. So if you have to develop your own personality, it is extremely important to understand what are the elements of the personality. So when you say personality, we are looking at a human being and then making judgment, this is what this person is all about. And if you are getting into the little more detail, you will find there are 4 elements of personality. One is at the gross level and the rest of them are at the subtle level. When I say gross and subtle, a gross is something which you can see with your 5 senses. You can perceive with your 5 senses. Subtle means anything that you cannot perceive with your 5 senses, but you can understand the subtler aspects of that particular person. Let us take from the gross level, and then we will quickly look at what are the subtle level personality. At the grossest level personality, we have the physical personality. What do you mean by a physical personality? It is not how the person is looking like in terms of the height, weight and other aspects, which also matters in a way. But what is most important is how the person is looking, basically. That's what the physical personality is. Just to give you an example, that when somebody goes for an interview, he takes care that he is in the right attire, wearing the tie and then the jacket and then polish the shoes and so on and so forth. And when you walk into the interview room, the people who are interviewing you is essentially looking at your physical self in the outset. That means they are going to draw some judgment how serious person you are and whether you know the occasion to dress properly and so on and so forth. So, suppose if you are going in casuals, for example, they may draw different kind of a judgment about your personality. That means something called the physical level, which essentially matters how you are grooming yourself and how you are dressing yourself. And the other aspect is what is your body language is, how you are sitting, how you are standing, how you are walking, etc. So that is what is the physical level of personality, that every human being unconsciously judges the physical personality to start with. The second layer of the personality, which is subtler than the physical level, is your emotional personality, which essentially means how are you handling your emotions. That means every thought you are going through results in certain type of emotions, which can be a positive emotion or can be a negative emotion. And then there is a response from your physical level for each emotions. And for example, anger or fear or anxiety or worry or love or compassion or empathy, etc. So various emotions are keep on generating in your constitution in some form or the other in your brain, and then it is creating certain kind of a behavior. So that is the manifestation of your emotions. So a lot has been talked about the emotional quotient, which is the subject of interest to us as we go along. So that is how do you handle your emotions. For example, in an interview they may probably ask you a critical question and then make you to get angry, and then see how you are really responding with a balance is what is your emotional personality is. The third layer of personality is the intellectual personality. What really means is how sharp your intellects are and how are you using your rational capability. How do you really dissect and understand a different kind of aspects? How do you develop your knowledge? How do you apply your knowledge? What is your wisdom out of your experience? These are all what is called your intellectual personality. That means when they are asking you a question on your domain area, how nicely you are able to handle those questions, and if you are given a scenario, how critically you are examining the scenario, and so on and so forth. That is your intellectual personality. That's the third layer of your personality constitution. So having seen the physical personality, you have seen the emotional personality, we have seen the intellectual personality. So at the most subtlest level, we have every person has got certain spiritual personality. What do you mean the spiritual personality? It means how the person feels the connectedness with the rest of the creations. So these are all the paradigms which are deep in the subconscious, which is the result of many conditioning and then the DNA transfers and the memory transfers and so on and so forth. That means each one of the person has got a different degree of connectedness. Some people are highly people oriented, some people are very task oriented, and so on and so forth. So at the spiritual level, we have a lot of value systems. We have certain principle centricity. So those values are really driving our behavior. For example, some people are very keen to make relationship, and then they value the relationship, and then they nurture the relationship, and so on and so forth. So at the most subtlest level, every person has got a spiritual personality, which many people may know or may not know what is their true spiritual personality is about. So just to summarize our discussion, there are 4 layers of personality. One is the physical personality, which is the physical self, how the person looks like, how he is dressing, how his body languages are. Second is the emotional personality, which is essentially how the person is handling his own emotions. The third layer of personality is the intellectual personality, which is essentially how the person uses his intellect in order to accumulate knowledge and dissect the situation, take a rational decisions, and so on and so forth. And the fourth level is the spiritual personality, which is the deep intrinsic value system and connectedness the person has got with the rest of the universe. So these are the 4 layers of personality. Going forward in the personal leadership, we will discuss the importance of each one of these personalities, and we will also discuss whether these are the fixed state or this can be altered at will of the person. This is what is the subject that we are going to go through in the context of pragmatic leadership. Hope this session is useful and added some more deeper understanding and perspectives, and look forward to see you in many more sessions on the subject of pragmatic leadership. Thank you very much for patient listening, and look forward to see you in many more future sessions. God bless you. Take care.